Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Life will test you. It will shake you, break you, and sometimes leave you questioning everything you believe. But hear me today, your faith is not just a shield, it's your anchor. When the winds of doubt, fear, and uncertainty blow, faith is what keeps you steady. Resilience is the heartbeat of faith, the pulse that keeps you alive when life feels like it's pressing down with unbearable weight. Resilience is not the absence of struggle, it's the decision to rise, to push forward, and to believe even when everything around you suggests otherwise. Life is full of challenges, moments that test your resolve and stretch your capacity. These moments don't come to destroy you, but to build you, to shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and more prepared for what's ahead. Resilience is the proof of. Think about a tree standing tall during a storm. The winds may howl, the rain may beat against it, but the tree remains grounded because of its roots. Your faith is your root system. It anchors you when the storms of life rage, keeping you grounded when everything else feels unsteady. Resilience doesn't mean you won't bend. Life will cause you to lean, stretch, and sometimes even bow under pressure. But as long as your roots are deep, you will not break. Resilience is often forged in moments of isolation and silence. It's built in those nights when you cry out for answers and hear nothing in return. It's in those moments when you feel abandoned, yet something deep within refuses to give up. That is faith whispering to you that the silence doesn't mean the absence of purpose. Resilience doesn't grow when life is easy and comfortable. It grows when life is hard and uncertain. It's in the waiting, in the struggles, and in the unanswered prayer. The truth is, resilience isn't just about survival, it's about thriving in the face of adversity. It's the ability to adapt, to learn, and to grow through the challenges. Resilience pushes you to dig deeper, to discover a strength within yourself that you didn't know existed. It's the process of turning pain into power, obstacles into opportunities, and setbacks into setups for something greater. Every time you bounce back, you're not just returning to where you were, you're moving forward stronger and more determined than before. Resilience doesn't just benefit you, it inspires others. When people see you rise after every fall, when they watch you keep moving despite the odds, it gives them hope. Your resilience becomes a testimony of what faith can do. It shows that while life may be, faith and fear are two opposing forces, constantly vying for control over your mind and heart. Fear speaks loudly, often drowning out the still small voice of faith. Fear tells you to retreat, to shrink back, to doubt yourself and the possibilities ahead. It whispers every worst-case scenario, magnifying uncertainties and making obstacles seem insurmountable. Faith, however, offers a different message. It doesn't ignore the challenges, but declares that they can be overcome. It doesn't deny the presence of danger, but boldly asserts that there is something greater than the fear itself. Fear has a way of paralyzing you, holding you captive in a prison of what-ifs. It convinces you that moving forward is too risky, that failure is inevitable, and that the unknown is something to be avoided. But faith calls you to step into the unknown, to trust in what you cannot see, and to believe that there is a purpose even in uncertainty. Faith challenges you to look beyond the immediate, beyond the circumstances, and see the possibility of victory. Faith requires courage. It asks you to silence the voice of fear and replace it with declarations of hope and trust. When fear says you can't, faith counters with you already have everything you need. When fear says, what if you fail, faith responds, what if you succeed? Faith doesn't ignore the reality of difficulty, but chooses to focus on the strength that comes from believing in something greater than yourself. It's a choice made. Fear often thrives in the realm of control, where the unknown feels like a threat. Faith, however, embraces the unknown, understanding that it is in surrendering control that true strength is found. Faith teaches you that you don't have to have all the answers, you simply need to trust in the process. It reminds you that even when the path is unclear, there is a purpose guiding your steps. Fear binds you to the present moment, magnifying every uncertainty, while faith lifts your eyes. There will be times when fear is overwhelming, when the weight of doubt and anxiety presses heavily on you and your spirit. In those moments, faith calls you to remember who you are and whose you are. It invites you to lean into the promises that have carried you this far, to trust that they will continue to sustain you. Faith is not about ignoring fear, it's about confronting it head on and choosing to move forward anyway. It's about declaring that fear does not have the final say. When you walk in faith, fear loses its power. Life is a journey, and every step of that journey has a purpose, even when it's hard to see it in the moment. The process you're going through, the struggles, the setbacks, the waiting is not wasted. It's shaping you, teaching you, and preparing you for what's to come. Often we focus so intently on the destination that we overlook the lessons and growth that occur along the way. But the process is where purpose is forged, where character, every difficulty, every challenge is a part of a greater plan. The pain you feel now might seem meaningless, but it's refining you. Just as gold is purified in fire, your trials are removing impurities and strengthening your core. In the middle of the process, it's easy to feel frustrated, to question why things aren't happening as quickly as you'd like, but growth takes time. A seed doesn't become a tree overnight, and neither do you reach your... The process teaches patience, resilience, and trust. It pushes you to keep going, even when you can't see the end. It's in these moments of uncertainty and struggle that your faith is tested and strengthened. Trusting the process means believing that there's a reason for the delay, that there's value in the waiting. It means understanding that every step, even the difficult ones, is taking you closer to where you're meant to be. Sometimes the purpose of the process is hidden until you look back and see how far you've come. The things you thought would break you became the very things that built you. The doors that closed pushed you toward better opportunities. The moments of loneliness taught you self-reliance and inner strength. When you reflect on the journey, you realize that the process was never about punishment, it was about preparation. It was about equipping you with the tools, knowledge, and wisdom you need for the next. The process also reveals who you are and who you're meant to be. It strips away superficiality and forces you to confront your fears, doubts, and insecurities. It teaches you to rely on something greater than yourself, to draw strength from your faith, and to trust that you're being guided. The process doesn't just prepare you for the destination, it transforms you into someone who is ready to embrace it fully. In every stage of life, there's a purpose. The pain, the joy, the uncertainty, they're all threads in the tapestry of your journey. Even when the purpose isn't immediately clear, it's there, working behind the scenes, shaping you into the person you're meant to become. The process is not the enemy, it's the pathway. And as you walk through it step by step, you're fulfilling a great... Faith is not a one-time decision or a momentary surge of belief. It is a daily discipline, a choice you make every single day. It's waking up in the morning and deciding, despite the uncertainties and challenges, to trust in something greater than yourself. Faith is not passive, it's active, requiring you to engage your mind, heart, and spirit consistently. It's not something that simply happens to you. It's something you cultivate, nurture, and every day brings new circumstances, new challenges, and new opportunities to doubt. Faith as a discipline means preparing yourself to meet each day with resolve. It's a practice that involves speaking life into your circumstances, even when they seem bleak. It's choosing to believe in the unseen and trusting that every step you take, no matter how small, is moving you toward your purpose. Discipline and faith requires focus. It's about fixing your... Maintaining faith daily is not always easy. There will be days when doubt creeps in, when the weight of your circumstances feels heavier than your belief. But that is where discipline comes in. Just as an athlete trains their body, faith requires the training of your spirit. You feed your faith by what you read, what you listen to, and who you surround yourself with. You reinforce it through prayer, reflection, and moments of stillness where you reconnect with the source of your strength. One of the most powerful aspects of faith is its ability to grow through repetition. Every time you choose faith over fear, every time you trust when you can't see the outcome, you're building spiritual muscle. It's in those small daily acts of belief that your faith becomes stronger, more resilient, and more prepared to withstand the trials of life. Faith is not just about believing in the big moments, it's about showing up in the small ones. Discipline in faith also means perseverance. It's continuing to believe even when the answers don't come right away. It's standing firm when life feels uncertain and holding on to hope when circumstances try to steal it from you. This daily practice of faith teaches you patience and endurance, qualities that not only help you navigate life's challenges, but also prepare you. Faith as a discipline reminds you that belief is not always about feeling, it's about commitment. There will be days when faith feels like a struggle, when doubt looms large. But discipline pushes you to show up anyway, to declare truth over your life, and to trust that your consistent faithfulness will yield a harvest in due time. Each day is an opportunity to strengthen your faith, to exercise your trust, and to grow closer to the purpose. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your life, your mindset, and your faith. They influence how you think, how you feel, and how you respond to challenges. The company you keep can either strengthen your faith or weaken it, pushing you closer to your purpose or pulling you away from it. Relationships are powerful and they are never neutral. Faith is often nurtured in community. When you're surrounded by people who share your vision and encourage your belief, it becomes easier to stand firm in difficult times. These are the people who remind you of your strength when you feel weak, who speak life into your doubts, and who challenge you to keep going when you're tempted to give up. They help you see possibilities where you see obstacles, and they hold you accountable to the. At the same time, the wrong company can do the opposite. Negative, critical, or fearful people can drain your energy and fill your mind with doubt. They can make you question your path and cause you to lose sight of your faith. Sometimes the biggest challenge isn't the storm you're facing, but the voices you allow into your life during that storm. Faith requires careful stewardship of the relationship. Choosing the right company doesn't mean surrounding yourself only with people who agree with you. It means finding those who challenge you in healthy ways, who inspire you to be better, and who help you grow. These are the people who aren't afraid to tell you the truth, even when it's uncomfortable, because they care about your growth. They celebrate your victories, but also walk with you through your struggles. They see potential in you that you might not see in yourself. The company you keep also plays a significant role in how you handle life's challenges. During moments of doubt or difficulty, it's the people around you who often shape your response. A supportive, faith-filled community will lift you when you fall and remind you of the strength within you. They will encourage you to hold on to your faith even when circumstances try to shake it. On the other hand, negative influences can magnify. Building a strong community takes intentionality. It means seeking out people who inspire you, support you, and share your values. It means investing in relationships that are mutual, where both parties are committed to growth and encouragement. It also means letting go of relationships that consistently drain your energy, create doubt, or pull you away from your. The company you keep is a reflection of what you value and what you're willing to prioritize. It's not just about having people around you, it's about having the right people, those who lift your spirit, challenge your perspective, and strengthen your faith in ways that push you to. Relentless faith is a force that defies the odds, breaks barriers, and brings transformation. It is the kind of faith that doesn't waver in the face of adversity, that keeps believing even when the evidence suggests otherwise. This faith is persistent, determined, and unyielding, and it carries with it a reward that goes beyond imagination. Relentless faith is not just about holding on, it's about pressing forward, trusting that every step, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to the fulfillment of your purpose. The reward of relentless faith often begins with an internal transformation. As you hold on to your belief through trials and uncertainties, your character is strengthened. You develop resilience, patience, and an unshakable confidence that comes from knowing that your faith is anchored in something greater than yourself. This inner growth becomes the foundation for external breakthroughs. It's not just about what you're waiting for, it's about who you're becoming in the process. The trials that test your faith refine you. Relentless faith opens doors that would otherwise remain shut. It moves mountains that seem immovable, creates opportunities where none existed, and paves paths through the impossible. It's not just about waiting passively for things to happen, it's about actively believing and taking steps forward, even when you can't see the full picture. This kind of faith is a magnet for miracles. It invites divine intervention into your life, aligning circumstances. And one of the most profound rewards of relentless faith is peace. Even in the midst of chaos, there's a deep, abiding sense of calm that comes from knowing you're not walking alone. Relentless faith silences the voice of fear and replaces it with a steady assurance that you are on the right path. This peace is priceless because it allows you to face life's challenges with a sense of purpose and determination. It shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. The reward of relentless faith is also seen in the lives of others. When you live with unwavering belief, you inspire those around you. Your faith becomes a beacon of hope, showing others what's possible when you refuse to give up. It's not just about what your faith accomplishes for you, it's about the ripple effect it creates. Your story of perseverance can ignite faith in someone else, encouraging them to believe in their. Ultimately, relentless faith positions you to receive blessings that far exceed your expectations. It takes you to places you never imagined and connects you with opportunities you didn't think were possible. The reward is not just in reaching the destination, but in the journey itself, in the lessons learned, the strength gained, and the lives impacted along the way. Relentless faith turns obstacles into stepping stones, transforming every challenge into a testament of